Hey guys, this is the King Boss. Welcome back to Ron's Tech Hub. And in this one, we're going to be looking at the Motorola G9 Plus. This just got released in September 2020. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the Motorola G9 Plus has a 6.8 inch IPS display, so that's quite big. It also has a hole punch camera in the top left hand corner. I'll show you guys that when we do the unboxing. I think that's a really nice screen to have. It also has the Snapdragon 730G, which is an upgrade from last year's Snapdragon 665. It should yield you really good battery life, especially with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, right? And it's coupled with the Adreno 618 graphics. You also get 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now that's good if you're multitasking. 4 gigabytes doesn't sound like a lot, but for a phone that costs £260, I think that's quite good. You also get USB-C fast charging, which means that you get 30 watts of fast charging. I haven't actually checked the power brick yet, so they might have bundled the 30 watt fast charger here, or you might be able to charge 30 watts with an external one. You have a 64 megapixel main sensor for the camera, an 8 megapixel wide angle sensor, a 2 megapixel macro sensor, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. What that means in layman's terms, the camera should be quite good. It's not going to be on par with the Pixel or the Samsungs, but again, for £260, you're paying 2 to 3 times less than what a Samsung actually is. Okay, let's do the unboxing now. Okay guys, so here we have the Motorola box. We have the logo on top here, we have the name here. On the left hand side of the box, we have all that legal text they have to add. On the right hand side, we have just the logo and the name. On top, we have nothing. And at the back, we have, again, the name, 64 megapixel camera with a night vision mode. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. It has some useless battery information here. It just says days of battery life, turbo power charging, nothing else. Ultra responsive performance, and that's it. All right, so let's get to the unboxing now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the unboxing. The tape is on the right hand side. I'm just gonna cut that. There we go, that's cut. There we go. All right, so on the front, as you can see, we have the phone straight away, and it seems to be already in a case. So luckily, I don't have to buy a case because it already comes with one, right? There's the phone. Let's see what else we have in the box. Okay, we have a few booklets here. And we also have the SIM ejector tool. That's all that is. Obviously, we're not going to read any of this, so let's push that to one side. Here we have a USB-C cable, and we have the power brick. Oh, this is huge. Okay, so this is actually a 30 watt power brick, so you can get fast charging from this, which is amazing. This phone costs £260, and I get a 30 watt charging brick, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, an SD card slot, a 64 megapixel camera. I think this is so far well worth it. All right, so let's see what the phone looks like again. Let's put this to one side. And here we have it. As you can see, this case is a fingerprint magnet, but that's fine, that's no problem at all. The camera system looks really nice actually. This feels solid, feels weighty, but it is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, so that's expected. Okay guys, so going around the phone, obviously we have the screen, 6.8 inches. On the left hand side, this looks like a Google Assistant button. On the top, we have a headphone jack and a microphone. On the right hand side, we have a power button which looks like it has a fingerprint sensor built in. The volume rocker is here. At the bottom, we have another microphone, the USB-C port, and the speakers. All right, and on the back is where we have the camera setup. Now, I've never seen anything like this, but this looks really neat. I just wish it was in the center, but it being offset like that, I can live with that. Okay, so let's peel the plastic off and get this thing turned on. There we go. Let's turn this on. Hold the power button. This is a nice image. It wasn't like this before on the G8 Plus. This looks very clean.
Hello, Moto.
That's a very nice animation. Wow, that came up quick. Other phones were not that quick at all. I actually do like that. So just to give you guys a contrast, this is what the G8 Plus looks like. And here, let's see if you guys can tell. The notch in the center, I don't like it. It looks a bit overbearing to me. It looks a bit big compared to that circular punch hole camera in the left-hand corner there. That looks amazing. All right, but let's set this up. Let's get a few apps installed so we can start doing a few tests. Okay, so I've set up the Wi-Fi. It's checked for updates. There's nothing. I'm not going to copy any data right now, so I'm going to do don't copy. Checking info. Let's see what it's checking for. Okay, I'm going to log into my Gmail account. You guys don't steal my details. Okay, so because this is Android 10, so yes, this comes with Android 10, it's asking me to choose my search provider. Now, Google got sued a couple years ago because they weren't allowing other people or other search providers to actually use their services very well. So they were forcing people to have Google Maps installed and all those stuff. So this is a European thing, so you might not get this option if you're in America or somewhere else in the world. Click next. Okay, so it's going to ask me for a screen lock. I'm going to skip this for now because I just need to quickly get in so I can show you guys some of the nice features here. Continue. Okay, I am going to skip this because I don't want to use a Google Assistant. For now, I'm going to just skip everything. Skip that one as well. No thanks. At some point, I'll go back in and set all of this stuff up. A new way to navigate. Okay, so this is going to be the option where I get to choose one-handed navigation, or I get to choose the 3 buttons that we normally have on Android. Get started. So to go home, I can swipe up. To see recent apps, I swipe and hold. And to go back, I simply swipe from the left. I actually prefer the Motorola G8 Plus's option where you had this one button at the bottom where you could actually use to get to your recent apps, your home, and back. Okay. There we go. Recent apps. Okay, so this is quite nice. So this is what you get when you go into the system for the first time. I hate that background, but I'm going to leave it for now. Let's go in and try and download something straight away. I'm going to download Cinebench and have this downloading whilst we're checking out the features of the phone. So let's have that installed. Let's go home. Okay, so we're home. Okay, so one of the things I actually do like about the Motorola G series is the fact that I can chop to get the flashlight working. So if I'm in the dark and I don't want to pull my phone out and unlock it, then go to the notification area, I can simply chop twice to get the flashlight working, just like so. Chop twice again to get that off. And there's also a camera one. So if I twist twice, I get straight to the camera. And if I twist twice again, I go to the selfie camera. I'm going to quickly show the Cinebench 5 scores. I've closed all the other apps on this phone. The only thing that's on is Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the terms for both phones. And I'm going to run CPU benchmark just to see if this is an actual improvement over the previous one. The Motorola G9 Plus already finishing while the G8 Plus is still struggling to get there. Obviously, this was expected. It's a newer phone. The G8 Plus is my daily driver and has apps installed, so there might be some errors in there because of that. But the G9 Plus finished really quick, and the G8 Plus is still on 93%. Let's just wait for that to finish now. Okay guys, so here I'm going to try and open YouTube just to see which one opens quicker. Yes, I know it's not going to be perfect, but just a quick test to see which one plays quicker. Okay, the G8 actually opened that a lot quicker. Okay, so let's look at something. Let's go to Ron's Tech Hub. Let's play that video. Hopefully you can see this section where it says completing setup. This is actually being transferred from my Motorola G8 Plus. So all the apps I have installed there are coming over to the G9 Plus. All I had to do was link to my Wi-Fi, log into my Google account, and choose setup. I am not sure if this is an Android specific feature or a Motorola specific feature, but regardless, it's quite a handy feature. Because now I don't have to go and download individual apps and log into each of them again. Everything just transfers over.